Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. Yes, I can do this. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to the update for March 2023, Taming the Stash. So, we covered this in my mini update. There have been a couple changes even in the last 2 weeks. So, number one, I started utilizing the hooks that are on my dividers here. And here's a little hook. This is the purchase that I made at the beginning of the year from websyarn.com. It has what will probably be my advent calendar for this year, as well as a hank of yarn and a little paint can of minis. I'm going to use the hank and the paint can as prizes for myself as we go through this journey here. This holds the yarn that, like I said, was going to be the next pair of socks, next 2 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of socks that I cast on. Also, I went through this bin. I told you guys I knew exactly what was in it. I did. It was all kits from Craftsy/Blueprint. So I went ahead and I put everything in these bags left over from Mary Maxim kits of days gone by, as well as I did order some from Amazon. And those are the ones that have these little handles on them. I really wanted to get these kits together with their patterns. I did need to go through everything again because when we moved here 4 years ago, the movers took everything out of their bags for some reason and just kind of shoved them different places. And I still don't understand why they did that, as they were contained, but whatever. So yeah, other than like finding some other random bits that just needed to be housed or put kind of in the general zone of where they go, since 2 weeks ago, there hasn't been any real update on this. It still brings my heart such joy to come in here. I feel so much lighter knowing I can come in here to find something. Like I was looking for a green to match something the other day, and I was able to immediately come in. I saw I had these two. I had this one. I had this one. I had no problem hunting down my green standard worsted weight yarn whatsoever. And it was so nice to be in that position. So definitely happy with how this looks. It is functioning like I thought it would. There are some things that annoy me that I need to figure out how to better display these so I see them and know where I'm looking. Like, and same thing with the jewel spun there. Like, they work where they are for now, but eventually I either need to put them on the cake wall or find a better way to put them in my visual space. I also, I cleaned out most of this. I know it doesn't look like it, but what's underneath there is something else completely. This really hasn't changed all that much, especially with the yarny stuff. But this is completely different. If you tuned in on Thursday, you'll notice like my entire, what you can see in the filming corner here, looked wholly different. So originally this is kind of what I had planned, but it never came to fruition when I first set up the cake wall. But because I was sitting right here originally to film and I needed this section to look good. Now I need this section to look good. So I did take everything down pretty much except for this bottom row. I went through this earlier this year. This is my mandalas and cupcakes. And these are all Caron cakes, and those are Caron cakes. I don't really need to go through those. I know what those are. I wish they looked a little bit neater. I wish I had like one color less than I do. So maybe that's something I'll focus on in a little bit later this year. But for now, I am thinking, after seeing one of you guys took my Addy tutorial and did your coffee shop yarns. And I was thinking there's one of these colorways. It might be this one where I've got like 8 of them and they're not all the same dye lot. And I was thinking if I paired that with something else, maybe solid, that could be a lot of fun. But anyway, that's a whole nother. So anyway, I didn't change anything on this bottom shelf. This is how it was pretty much after I went through these earlier this year. Like I said, I had taken all my single cupcakes and mandalas and put them in the basket. These are all my Karen skinny cakes. These are some other Karen cakes that are size 4. So as you can see, size 3, size 3. These just got moved on the wall. They were up here. Now they're down here. This is a kit. And that is some Hirschner's kind of Karen cakeish yarn. Then we have cottons, 4-weight cottons, a couple different brands in there. And then we have 3-weight cottons and bamboos. And then it moves into some wools and acrylics. Then we have kind of a premier 3-weight section here. This is line brand. This is premier. Two rows of DK colors and then some butterfly. And then we move back into wool blends that are size 3. These are some 100% acrylic Karen cakes. And then I kind of moved into my marl cakes. And this block is all premier. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just so pretty, you guys. So these are all sweet rolls up here and sweet roll sprinkles. And then these are the candy shops I have left. Believe it or not, that used to take up an entire bookcase, and now we're down to just the two shelves there. But isn't that so pretty? Isn't that pretty, you guys? I love it. Over here we have, this is all 2 weights. And it's a little thin. I'm not going to lie. It's a little thin, which is good. That's good. I was able to pull these out of the Erica totes. So those are now integrated into my stash, which was the goal. And up here we have 1 and 5. So this accidentally became 1 and 5. It was just supposed to be 1. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to have room and I'll put some of those kits up here like I had said I was going to do. And I found all these 5s. But they were just hidden. They were behind things. So I have 5 of each of these. And then I have 2 that I have singles of that are in the basket that are my baskets of single cakes. And then I have 2 of that really bright carnival color, or 3 of the carnival color and 2 of this purple sunset, eggplant sunset, aubergine sunset. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I don't mind knitting homespun or doing something like a corner to corner where you don't need to find stitches really. I do have a knit cocoon pattern, or no, it's crocheted using this, but it's using a ginormous hook. So that would help me see, but I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And I'll probably just do a quick hat and scarf out of these, to be honest. I didn't really like the chunky cupcakes. They weren't my favorite. And then up here we have some single balls that, other than the Flicka, which those 2 match. So I'm thinking about alternating those in a project so they blend together like they're one colorway instead of 2 different colorways. These all are 1 single cakes, and then that I'm just holding there. But these single cakes would be a project in and of themselves. They're enough to be something I would still make just on their own. Unlike the cakes that I threw down here, which are, there are some doubles, but these are all things that they're single cakes for the most part that I just kind of want to use up real quick. So that's what this basket is. This is my pull from this first section when I just want to make a quick shawl. So. Like I said, I pulled some stuff from the Erica totes. You can see there's like half of this tote is empty now. I'm calling that progress. I still plan on using these to, for the most part, join the corner-to-corner scrap gans that I've been working on. Nothing really changed in the stack of stuff to be cranked off on the knitting machine. And over here, half my basket's now empty. I made a lot of progress through here. Very happy. Nothing really to say about that. That's going to be the hat and cowls that I'm working on next. And my sock blanket, I have one more tube left to crank for the blanket. And then I'll use this with this and another skein of the Peyton's Croy that I used to make the 12th tube that will now be a scarf because it doesn't look right. It stands out like a sore thumb against everything else. But, you know, this was double layer deep, and now we have holes. And in the next tube that I do for the blanket, I'll use these two balls of scrap, these two, which are Premier Wool-Free Sock. I will definitely use the light purple and maybe the mauve or maybe the blue. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the blue. Those will be the first ones to come out. So once again, that's going to be a huge hunk that comes out of this just doing that one tube. So I'm excited. We have so much progress being made. Everything is starting to feel just lighter, cleaner, more organized. I'm finally starting to make progress, which is good. And it's progress that's lasting. I did do a Target run. These are some of their new bins and their modular storage. They're working out excellent for the things that I needed them for. One of the things I needed them for was to organize my scrap cards, my leftovers as I finish some sets, or cards in progress. Because if you'll notice, those bins that were sitting in the floor with card making stuff are gone. Because one of the things I wanted to do with this was stop using my open floor as storage, because I was losing all my floor space to using it as just toss it here storage. So progress is being made. Everything is looking neater. I did actually have my desk cleaned off the other day, but I need at least 2 more prayer journals fairly quickly, or Bible study journals. So I did have to pull out the supplies for that. I'll hopefully get that done this weekend, but whoo! I'm talking really, really fast. I do want to go eat some dinner here shortly. It's 4:30, so I'm filming later than I normally would. Like I said on Thursday's video. But we do have progress. We do have holes starting to show up even over here, which actually surprised me how much extra space I had, even though I was spreading things out more and adding things in. Like these originally were in there, but now all of a sudden there's room for them here. And so anyway, as I work my way through and we start making more holes, I'll start bringing kits in from the closet. Now I forgot to show you the closet while I was in here. I know I was forgetting something. If I talk long enough, I'll remember. So I did take all the kits that were in here, and they're now in containment of different sorts and varieties. I found this in my guest room. This is the Nuts About Squares blanket. So I got some of these big comforter carriers. These are the 2 Twinkie Chan projects I had the yarn for. One is started, one is not. That is the boa I told you I had in my closet upstairs, and I realized I had more than just boa in there. It's all to make Santa hats. So I just put that in its own thing. And down there is a llama blanket kit that I've had in my bedroom closet now for 4 years. So a lot of progress has been made. The only things that were kits you saw in the beginning video is this and this. And about half those kits were actually in those bins. I have not gone through completely, but I did have, you know, somewhere in just little bags. So at a first glance, I was able to just grab these out. Some of these were in that laundry bin that I showed you that I said I had cleaned out, even though it doesn't look like it. Like this one definitely was in there, and so was this tree skirt kit. So anyway, that is where we are. Lots of progress has been made. If you're ever looking for a catnip toy for your cat, these Yeow catnip bananas, by the way, are my cat's favorites. This is the 4th one we've gone through. Pippin shreds toys, but he absolutely loves this. And the catnip's really, really strong. Like he shreds the Amazon bag these come in. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic day. I'm going to go get some dinner made and sit down and consume some food. I love you guys. And I will see y'all next week. Take care.